Phantom Manor tells the spooky tale of a bride and a mysterious phantom. Many years ago, the manor was owned by Henry Ravenswood, a wealthy proprietor of the town of Thunder Mesa. His daughter, Melanie, had attracted the attention of 4 successive suitors, but each came to a mysterious and untimely end. Was Henry Ravenswood involved? What happened to Melanie, who now haunts the halls in her bridal gown? You are about to find out and learn a few facts too.
Goblins and ghoulies, creatures of fright, we summon you now to dance through the night. Esprits et fantômes, sur vos fiers destriers, escortez dans la nuit la belle Beyoncé.
The music for the attraction was recorded at the legendary Abbey Road Studios in London. The Ravenswood family also owned the Big Thunder Mining Company. Phantom Manor is one of the most elaborate Disney attractions, as it contains over 60 audio animatronics figures, 55 individual special effects, and more than 400 special show props. The Doom Buggies use Omnimover technology, a transportation system developed by Disney Imagineers more than 50 years ago. Horror film actor Vincent Price provided the original English-speaking voice of the Phantom. Price's sinister laugh can be heard throughout the attraction. The skeletons that can be seen in the catacombs of the manor are inspired by Disney's Silly Symphony: The Skeleton Dance, released in 1929.
Phantom Manor is an illusion attraction. I mean, you're seeing things that couldn't possibly happen. You're seeing ghosts, you're seeing floating. And so I think people just love that. They love the idea of spirits and the supernatural. And I think that's what this attraction delivers, of course, with Disney fun and magic.
Didn't mean to frighten you, Count. Let us continue our tour. There is much to see, so look alive and stay together. I'd hate to lose you so soon.
One of the iconic things about Phantom Manor is, of course, the manoir on the hill. It's unforgettable. Its silhouette against the sky is something that we identify immediately with the manoir. I think also the soundtrack is something that follows guests from attraction to attraction around the world. That's something that's really iconic. And then, of course, there's all those ghosts. You know, Phantom Manor used to once be a place of happiness and light and laughter. And the fact that it's now decrepit and fallen into bad times is a very important part of our story. So the architecture of this house is very turn of the century, based on the sort of expensive Victorian house that somebody with a lot of money might have in the 1840s, during the time of the gold rush when a lot of people were making money. The interior decoration is very rich, again, very typical of the sort of architecture that one would find in a house like this. We have a lot of little cameo, a lot of our things that we made custom, like our wallpaper is all custom designed for this attraction. And there were little hidden details all throughout the attraction.
On the 7th of January 2018, Phantom Manor closed for its most ambitious renovation ever, ensuring its preservation and modernization of the attraction. This huge task, lasting several months, was a chance to give it a fresh start, so as to restore it to guests even more spectacular as before. This task was given to the same Imagineers team in charge of Pirates of the Caribbean's rehab in 2017. Over 100 people worked on this site.
Madame Leota was completely overhauled for this brand new edition of Phantom Manor. We took out the original system from 1992 and really was inspired by some of the new technology that we created for Madame Leota in Florida and California. And in doing that, I think it very much inspired what we could do with her ghoulish face and the creepy incantations that she comes up with.
Recently, we've been going into our major attractions in the Disneyland park and adding new magic and bringing them back to life, if you will. And Phantom Manor, coming back to life, seemed like a perfect attraction for us to tackle next. It's one of our guests' favorites. We wanted to add some new special effects, and we also wanted to clean up the storyline of the attraction, to reveal some of the mysteries of Phantom Manor to our guests that they've been wondering about for all these years. You know, for years, our guests have been asking, who is the Phantom? And so we thought with this refurbishment of the attraction was the perfect time to answer that question. And the Phantom is the father, Melanie's father. No man was good enough for his daughter. And somehow, anyone that tried to marry his daughter mysteriously died. The curse of Phantom Manor.
We had a lot of fun imagining the new magic, what we call new magic, and what we wanted to do was tell the story a little more so that the public could understand what was going on. So there was that aspect. We wanted the public to understand that the Phantom was actually Melanie's father. So we used different ways to tell that story, and we did a lot through repeated sightings of the Phantom, so that each time that you saw Melanie, the Phantom was very nearby. We replaced the portraits in our stretch lifts, and they were super fun to develop, and understanding how we set the ambiance initially when you walk in and you see the young, hopeful bride Melanie, and then she disappears. And then you suddenly discover how the fiancés die. Their names were changed to also indicate the form of their death. So that was a lot of fun. As we come into the portrait gallery, we changed all of those portraits out. And of course, the Phantom is part of that. He is there. He is right there as part of the first portrait, as we see on the right. That was a tricky effect to pull off.
It's always first and foremost that we have the story, the kind of feel of the attraction that drives the technology. But as something's installed, like Phantom Manor, which is going on, 25 years or more at this point, technology has caught up and we have new opportunities. So what's really cool is we get to apply those new technologies to a classic story that we've all grown to love. So one of the biggest questions we ask ourselves before installing a new illusion or special effect or technology is, does this fit with the rest of the show? And if it doesn't fit, how can we make it fit in a way that's subtle and elegant and kind of natural with the cadence of our story?
I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. I love to see you back for another DLRP Fans video. Thanks for watching.